Honest game trailers for Wrath of the Lich King.
From a company that used to be one of the most trusted names in gaming.
That was a long time ago.
That now is eating up its own legacy faster than a fat kid with a cake. Comes a re-release of the most highly regarded expansions to World of Warcraft. Hot off the presses and ready to screw up all your fond memories of playing it 14 years ago.
True.
Which might as well be the Blizzard Company motto at this point. World of Warcraft. Okay. Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah. Classic.
Log in to the wilds of frozen Northrend. A new continent they just plopped onto the top of the old world map.
Makes
where
sense.
You'll ride around on mammoths, make friends with walrus men,
very cool,
ice giants, 400 dragons, and even uglier murlocs as you dress up like a Norse hobo with an FF-sized weapon. And wallow in Warcraft 3 nostalgia as you visit all the places where Arthas made bad decisions that led him to becoming the edgiest lord in the land. Then taking the sides with new zones
Let's be
like
honest.
icy plains, icy beaches, icy mountains, icy castles, troll place, but spooky, Ungoro Crater 2, and Skyrim. While it slowly dawns on you that you have another 10 levels to grind out that are all like 2 million XP. As you return back to the usual WoW business of killing 15 of a thing and picking up 8 of another.
That's the
in
fun
a shiny
part.
new coat of paint slapped on a game design that 90% of players merely tolerate to get to the end game. And if you're lucky enough to be on a big server, you might just get to wait in an 8-hour queue for it.
Does Benediction still have queues like this? Yeah, I remember everybody was talking about how, Shalazar Basin was on Ungoro Crater 2. I forgot all about that. No, 1 hour max. Oh, that's not too bad.
Your inner darkness as you roll up WoW's first brand new class since launch, the Death Knight, a spooky paladin with more teenage angst than you can shake a Frostmourne at, who joined up to fight with the Horde in Alliance because they suddenly realized that the evil Lich King might not be such a nice guy. And who use a rune-based ability system that deals a ridiculous level of damage and self-healing that basically makes them warlocks that can tank, which would be absurdly overpowered if they hadn't also broken just about every other class, and who start at level 55, almost ensuring that...
To be fair, though, Death Knights were completely broken at the beginning of the game. It was not even remotely close. It was disgusting how bad they were. By bad, I mean like how bad the balance was because they were so good.
Like half of the people who play them are hot garbage at it, making them the premier class for pulling 4 packs at once in a dungeon, dying instantly, and then getting mad about it. I mean, you gotta give it to them though. Putting Corpse Explosion in WoW was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it was badass.
Experience the many quality of life improvements Wrath brings to the table. With minor tweaks that eliminate downtime or free up bag space. And larger changes, like making the entire game easier than doing a hit in an old folks home. As even healing specs blast through quests and solo elites like they're nothing. And dungeons become speedruns where you'll never even stop to drink. A pace that's only amplified when you get to heroics and realize you can face roll them in your questing greens. That once you're raid geared, they become an actual joke.
Yeah, it was really fun. Absolutely.
Difficulty shift which carries on to the initial raids, most of which are just a guy in a room with like 2 mechanics that you can be in and out of in under 20 minutes.
I think that Sartharian 3 Drakes was a hard fight. Like, it's not hard by today's standards, but at the time, Sartharian 3 Drake was challenging for a lot of guilds.
With the exception of Nax, which they lifted directly out of the end of Classic and barely changed, meaning you can get most of it done by grabbing a bunch of idiots out of LFG, making the endgame raiding experience much more accessible to the returning WoW player who developed an actual life in the intervening decade, but also made hardcore raiding feel like trying to be hardcore about tic-tac-toe. Which still won't stop people from taking a week off work to be world first for something that thousands of people cleared 14 years ago. Because at the end of the day, nothing has changed from then and now. Well, maybe except for the kids you're neglecting to raid.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely, like, I always think that it's funny, people that get super serious about being hardcore in Classic WoW. I'm not about it.
Why are they crying? I already fed him once today. Immerse yourself in the true genius of the new expansion, the achievement system.
This was fun.
As WoW finally finds a way to reward you for all the dumb completionist stuff they had in there already, like exploring the entire map, getting all the pets,
oh, yeah.
or doing everything related to fishing.
That was so
making
fun.
it much easier to justify spending your entire day in the video game than ever before. Because instead of just dicking around, you're now working your way towards a title or special mount in a system that will get the good brain juices flowing whenever you see a new badge flash up, but that hides a powerful shame when you actually think about the hours you spent to look like an off-brand Dora.
¡Yo soy Dora! La hija, no la mamá!
So reach for those heirloom shoulders and get ready to renew your sub for a look at what is arguably the high point in the long history of WoW. Despite the fact that they made it playable while letting a live salmon thrash around on top of your keyboard. Because at the end of the day, WoW isn't really about the difficulty, it's about the friends you made along the way. Nah, just kidding. It's about how high you can get those parse numbers to go.
Yeah, it's about the damage. It's about getting the good loot, doing the big damage, and that's it. Everything else is all a waste of time.
Always remember,
big numbers.
The bigger numbers,
better
better the person.
True.
Starring the Bisc-geared warrior that's still 2k DPS below the warlock, the disc priest who bubbles the whole party and then literally falls asleep, the rogue hitting like a down pillow because he doesn't have fan of knives yet, the warlock who has never heard of a thread meter, the holy paladin that can't get over their spec not being terrible anymore.
That's Nick.
The shaman who spends all day knocking people off ledges and Eye of the Storm, that one guy who's still playing Pharaoh Druid.
You already know.
The mage who dies every pull.
That's
the
Grayson.
hunter whose pet name might be racist, but you're not sure. The Death Knight that absolutely
That's half of the
won't be
people on my
stopped
server
for any reason. And Diabetes, Wrath of the High Ping. Did you know Wrath is the most positive depiction of living in the sewers since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. What time is it? It's epic voicing time.
That was fucking funny,
Woohoo.
man. Holy shit. People just found it more appealing to PvP than endless leveling. That's what, when LoL and Dota exploded? Yeah, it was. I think this is pretty much exactly what I would expect. Yeah, there's been so many good videos. Yeah, this was really fucking funny.